reports that there was an early warning of sorts, which you have to wonder, okay, was that coming from the individual or individuals responsible for this, that there was going to be a blast and that you had some time to evacuate, and then it moved from that warning to a countdown. They had 15 minutes, and then the blast went off. Now, again, this is something that they are investigating. They've confirmed that they are talking to individuals who said that they actually heard this and were able to clear out of the area because of that warning. And as you heard from the last press briefing from Don Aaron, law enforcement obviously got there initially, became concerned, and then called for backup with more of the bomb squad to come take a look. And then before they were able to get close enough at that point, keeping their distance, the explosion occurred, as we heard, knocking one officer off his feet. Again, fortunately, no serious injuries here. And if what we're hearing right now on this latest development is true, that may be one reason why there were not any fatalities or serious injuries in this blast, Ben. But that's the latest. And again, just as that answers one question, it raises many more about how and why something like this occurred. If indeed, as Metro Police say, this was an intentional blast, Ben. So I'm efforting more information on this right now. Hopefully at some point we'll get law enforcement to address that specifically. But they have confirmed to me that that is something that they're looking into, that there was some type of early warning that preceded this blast.
Nick, thank you once again for digging into your federal sources to get an information on what at least they're looking into at this hour as we await the next press conference. We're told around noontime today, 12 noon, perhaps another update from our local authorities. We also know that the FBI now really taking the lead on this investigation as we still have so many questions. And again, apparently through Nick's sources, they'll be looking into what he just discussed as well. And Rebecca just goes to show again that they're doing all they can. And that's why it's so important that we just avoid this area and let investigators do what they do best. And that is to get answers for us as well as we look at some of these pictures, these haunting images, really, Rebecca, of what we're seeing here in downtown Nashville on
You
2nd
can
Avenue.
see, shards of glass throughout the downtown area, plumes of smoke, really frightening accounts from folks that now we have confirmed that federal officials at least are looking into about an RV and a possible countdown. Just got new information from WeGo Public Transit at 11 o'clock, so coming up in about a half hour, Ben, all bus service will be suspended. All bus service will be suspended, and the downtown bus station will close. As folks who ride the bus know, a lot of times you need to go through that downtown bus station and pick up another bus to get where you need to go. That is closing down at 11 o'clock today, essentially shutting down bus service throughout the entire metro Nashville area. So this having impacts, guys, far beyond the downtown Nashville area.
Hey, Ben, I can talk a little bit about the individual who took these photographs that you're showing right here. And unto themselves, just as significant as any of the other visuals we've seen this morning. But what's interesting, these photos were taken by Ray DiPietro, who's an individual that lives about 5 blocks from where the blast happened, and he's a professional photographer. And he just talked about how, he was kind of alerted to this blast right around 6:30, a little bit before that, wasn't sure what it was, literally got out of his apartment and ran down the street a short distance. And, this was a matter of 2 minutes, and he was taking some of these images you're seeing here in the moments after it. Really one of the first individuals there on the scene, but as he got up to it, it was already blocked off by law enforcement. Law enforcement obviously had a handle on this before the blast went off, that this was a concern, because the blast went off as he made his way down there. It was already, and again, this is video now from later, it was already blocked off. I asked him as he made his way down there, what was it in terms of citizens in the road? And he goes, Nick, it was early in the morning. Besides myself and a few other people who just came out to look, that was it. And then law enforcement already cordoning off the area. And I asked him if he saw anything suspicious, anyone maybe driving from the area, trying to escape the area. And he didn't see anything along those lines, but it was just almost peaceful in the distance outside as he got close and was taking the photos. And then again, there is the burning vehicle, which again, question is, was there anyone inside that vehicle where the blast occurred?